Welcome to High Oracle's Reiki Spiritual Healing Channel. And I have been getting some comments. I have been getting some feedback over all of my platforms. And I wanted to make sure that we have this type of knowledge, the understanding that we need in order to move forward. A lot of you are continuously experiencing the higher spirits of your parents hijack your life because you're praying to the same God that they are praying to. You're trying to, fight an entity that they've hired through witchcraft, through, magicians, generational curses, destiny swaps, where they raise their vibration in anger, in deception. A lot of your inheritance has been stolen through these destiny swaps because your parents have given those people whom they wanted to have your birthright. So when you are praying against these types of negative entities, when you are praying against these types of spiritual warfare that has attacked you, that has hijacked your life, and you're wondering why you can't move forward, why nothing is working out for you, why you're in a constant state of disaster, lack, loss, health problems. Everyone is against you. You're being rejected. You cannot see the light. You're putting fires out everywhere you turn. And that is because you're praying to the same God that your parents has used to hire this negative entity in your life with the Holy Bible, with certain verses in the Holy Bible, and they practice witchcraft through the Holy Bible. And I keep telling you guys this. That your ability in order to move away from them, it is not just you moving away from them. It is you severing the ties to the church, to the people that you have been hanging around, to those friends that you had with them that binds you to that family member, that place, that community. You will have to sever ties, and in many cases, you will have to leave the state. And when you leave the state, you will have to remove the spiritual residue from those frequencies, from those attacks that they have sent up on your life, with a spiritual cleansing method, with a fasting method, with a spiritual cleansing ritual. And in many cases, you will not be able to remove that negative energy with, screaming to the top of your lungs. You're pleading the blood of the Lamb over you. And so, when I explain to some of my people that, it was never meant for you to, plead the blood of Jesus over a situation that he did not ordain or was not ordained to expel those types of entities in your life. Okay, so when we're talking about Jesus, then we have to understand that, he was able to expel certain demons. He was able to, expel certain types of attacks. A man that had, multiple demons, legions of demons. He was able to remove the blindness from a man. A man that had that was deaf mute. So we understand these types of undergoings in the Holy Bible is because he was praying to God. So a lot of you will not be able to remove those stumbling blocks because Jesus was praying to God and you're praying to Jesus, the same entity that has been, used in order to pronounce curses upon your life through the Holy Bible. And, a lot of you, have been stuck in these ruts. You have been stuck, under spiritual warfare. You have been stuck under curses, generational curses that started with your grandparents, attacking your parents. Because you're unable to break out of it because you want to, be like the ancients. You want to believe, a lie that they have told you that they were not able to break out of, the bondage of the white people with. But they're going to give you that, and say that you're going to break out of an evil spirit that entrap your parents, that trick your parents. So in many cases, when you reach out to me and, I'm going to give you the spiritual medicine that you need, but it's going to be up to you what you're praying, what you're praying to. If you're praying, the blood of Jesus, if you're, catching a holy fit and screaming at the entity, I cannot change that in you, that you want to follow the ways of the ancients. And it has not worked to remove the entities off of your parents. I can only explain it in this way because a lot of you are saying that, you can feel the oppressive spirit leave, but it comes back. And it comes back because, we're doing spiritual rituals in order to relieve ourselves of these types of entities. You have to be willing to, have your mind open. You have to open your mind to that these entities will not respond if you are not in a spiritual space and understanding that God is the creator of everything. God has power over everything, not something that is created. So that's the best way that I can put that. And, a lot of you want to say, well, it's the rituals, but you've gone to, 10 and 12 different practitioners and you're having the same stumbling block in your life. And, you come to me and I remove that negative energy, but I cannot remove the blockage off of your mind to understand. You cannot, use the same practices of the past thinking that you're going to get a different result in your future. You're going to use the same practices of your parents. You're going to walk in the same footsteps as your father and the religion that they gave you. And again, he was the one that destiny swapped with your father. The reason why you're in a curse, using, secret societies, using the blood of Jesus, using, something other than God, worshiping something other than God. Entities that you have no knowledge about. And that's how come you have to go to the source, the creator of all, the creator, which is God, that created the heavens and the earth before Jesus was ever in existence. So I was just giving you a thought, that you may want to, change your mind about trying to be like the ancients, because this is all that you've ever known, and you will, you will go down, in flames, because you have not had the understanding that whatever your colonizer has given you, has given to your parents, is something absolutely malevolent, and you cannot worship that and expect to remove an entity. This is why the stumbling blocks have still remained in your life. Those persons who are attacking you upon the earth, they have remained in your life. You will not be able to remove the hexes and curses, doing the same things, because your body has become immune to this type of stubborn situation and the practices that you have been using. And the reason why you're able to feel my practice, my cleansing mechanism, rituals, is because, I'm able to dispel these types of foreign attacks, these types of higher spirits, these alien attachments to your life. And if you start to do something other than what I have given you, if you start to implement your own ritual and practice to the ritual, then ultimately you will fail. So, these are the warnings that I have to give to you. Either you can, trust me. If you come to me and you trust me to remove the entity that I have removed out of my life and other people's lives, then ultimately you have to be able to trust me in order to use the rituals and the methods given to me by the Holy Book that you have never applied to your situation before until now. So I hope that you have received this message. Please like, share, and subscribe to me over all of my platforms. You can book your one-on-one life coaching sessions or your video chat sessions. Book your consultations so that I can acclimate a gift to those higher spirits in your life. Please donate to me. Like, share, and subscribe. I'm High Oracle, Reiki Spiritual Healer. Assalamu alaikum.